Alright. I just wanted to make a video real quick to remind you guys that oftentimes when we try to get better, things will get worse. Much worse. And I just want to share my experience with that. Regarding two things. My social anxiety and also my weight. Which the weight one, that was the one that I dealt with today. I was just looking at my... God, fuck. So, I'm like 5'2", right? And I'd say like a healthy weight for me is probably about like 115, 120, around there. I can't remember the last time I weighed over 110. Also, it's probably been like a good like year and a half. While I was on mission, from October 2020 to November, it was mostly November, like, it was basically November at that point. It was like the end of October 2021. I wasn't really eating. I was like eating like one meal a day, maybe. Maybe. And I got down to like 100 pounds. Which, I mean, isn't like the absolute fucking worst, but you know, it's like I spent a year like barely eating, and I don't know if y'all have seen the video. I don't know what I got it titled. The video where I start going off on a tangent about how like I looked at like some bananas in the fruit basket, and I just started crying about it because like my body knew that I was so fucking nutrient deprived. But like I was just like, I don't want to eat that. Like I just don't want to. And okay. Sorry, I got a text from Verizon. Like, leave me alone, Verizon. I'm trying to film a video here. It's not a phase, Mom. I don't know why that just came up. But why did that come up? Why was that relevant to say? But like a month ago, I kind of and if you're familiar with shadow work and your shadow side, my shadow started to weigh down on me so much like a month ago. I was gonna, like, the reason why this weight thing came up for me today is because I started looking at my videos from that time where I was having this like really massive spiritual awakening and I was releasing all this energy. I started looking at the videos and like I just got fucking horrified looking at myself. Like I just looked so bad. Like I was probably like 90 pounds. And I took a video down today. Maybe I'll put it back up. I don't know. I took it down because I just couldn't stand how skinny my face looked. I just hated it. Like, you can't tell. I don't know if you can tell that I got some snus. I got back on nicotine because I'm a horrible person. Yeah, but you can't really tell that I got snus in my mouth. You can probably tell now that because I mentioned it. But in that video, like, you can tell really well because my face was just that fucking skinny. And like, oh, I just hated it. I hated it so much. And it's just like, before things could get better, you know, I've been on that year-long thing of just like barely eating, and when I do eat, it's like not even that nutrient dents or anything. Sorry to make the snus go away. It's not that, like, nutrient dense or anything, and, I don't know, I kind of had to go through that week where it got really bad, and I wasn't even aware of it. Like, seriously, I wasn't even aware of it, how bad it was getting, until I started looking at those videos, and I was like, shit. I started just feeling really shitty about myself, and it's like, I don't have to do that, you know, because it's like, I just want to remind you guys that right before shit gets better, sometimes it gets a whole lot worse. And I mean, I've gained about 10 pounds since then. I'm about 100 pounds now. And, you know, I'm not at my ideal body weight yet. But I get to keep gaining weight. I get to keep gaining weight. It's just a little, you know, challenge. I get to, you know, level up my avatar. And, you know, it's like, I'm gonna go back to the shadow thing. It's like, it's the spiritual explanation for why shit gets worse right before it gets better is because you have to feel the full weight of your shadow. You have to, like, really sit with it, because when shit, you know, is kind of just gliding along, not getting better, you know, it's inherently getting worse. When things aren't getting better, they're inherently getting worse. Just like you're kind of walled off from, you know, that shadow side. But when you, like, fully feel it, or at least, you know, feel more of it, shit gets worse. And you're like, okay, like, it really gets you. Because you're like, I'm just getting worse now, like. But I just want to remind you that I'm not a professional, so don't take everything I say with a grain of salt. But you could just be experiencing that, where shit just gets worse before it gets better, because you're clearing out stuff, clearing out that shadow stuffs. And also, I mentioned my social anxiety. You know, I think it was like May 21st or something. I announced May 21st, 2021. Yeah. Time isn't real. It's May 21st, 2021. I made this big announcement, like, I made this big announcement how I invested $8,500 in this coaching program, and how I was going to use it to overcome my social anxiety and, you know, accomplish my biggest dreams. I had this thing where I was like, I'm gonna create a cartoon series and get it on Netflix. And I don't know if that's what I want to do. I don't know if that aligns with my soul and my path and all that type of shit. That might have just been an egoic desire. I don't know. But either way, I made that announcement because I felt kind of goofy about signing up for this program, spending that much money on it, knowing that I had to pretty much overcome my social anxiety just to get into you know, there's certain aspects of that program where, like, you have to, like, expose certain parts of yourself. You have to be vulnerable to really get the benefit of that program. And, like, I just felt goofy because it was like, you know, I have social anxiety, like, I can't do that. But I was like, nope, I'll make this announcement, I'm going to overcome my social anxiety. And then, you know what happened? My social anxiety got worse. It got significantly worse for several months after that. Like, I basically, like, only hung out with myself. And, like, occasionally I would talk to my roommate, you know. But, like, And nothing against my roommate. Like, my roommate was cool. But, like, I don't know, I just didn't want to communicate with anyone unless they, like, I don't know, like, I was just kind of telling myself, like, you know, there's only certain types of people that I can be friends with, and you know, this person doesn't get me because, you know, they're not into spirituality, and this is, like, my main thing right now. And, like, I don't know. But, like, there's so many different layers of yourself. Like, you can connect with anyone, really. Just don't, like, you know, don't just dump everything on someone, because then that's kind of like but, like, my social anxiety got worse, and I kind of felt like a fucking idiot for a good lot of that program. Like, pretty much the entire program I just procrastinated, because I was like, well, I wasted money on this. I should have known myself better that I wasn't gonna fully commit to this. And it was never about the money. It really wasn't. It was never about, like, oh, I spent all this money. You know, it was about whether or not I would actually commit. And I kept telling myself, I was like, I should have known better. I should have known that I wasn't going to commit to this. But, like, I went into a depression, and they call that, in the spiritual world, they call that a dark night of the soul. And, you know, it's those shadow aspects start coming up that you haven't dealt with, like, your entire life, and they start coming up, and then, you know, you kind of just think, like, oh, I don't know, I must have been wrong about getting better. I must have been wrong. But it's like, no. By the end of that program, something got released. A lot of, like, a big energy shift got released, and I was like, alright, I can finally, you know, start to connect with people and put myself out there and be vulnerable. And it still kind of comes back, like, that, like, I just kind of want to be a hermit. And you kind of gotta, you just gotta fan the fire, man. Add some more gasoline. Gasoline. This is definitely a lighter motion. Gasoline. And, like, you just gotta, like, kind of burn it away. You just gotta burn that shadow away. You gotta keep fucking feeling it, because it's gonna keep coming up. I'm like, I make these videos for me, by the way. I hope other people benefit from them. But I make these videos for me. Because this is, I don't want to, like, I don't want certain parts of myself to be exposed. Like those videos I watched today that, like, triggered my, like, oh god, like, I got really bad. Like, when I was feeling, like, super, super confident, I was filming those because I was, like, documenting my spiritual journey. And I was like, I'm gonna upload these, and, you know, they're gonna change someone's life, because they're gonna just see that, you know, someone else is struggling. And like, they're just, yeah. I will probably never upload those, because I looked bad, dude. Like, I looked fucking bad. Like, my face was so skinny, and, like, my lips are all chapped, and half of them I'm just fucking crying and shaking. Like, I looked fucking horrible. Like, god. And it's just, I don't know, man. Like, I just want to remind you guys that sometimes shit gets worse before it gets better. And that doesn't mean give up. That means keep going, because you're getting really close. You're getting really close to breaking through it. And when you break through it, don't be surprised when it comes back. 'Cause it's gonna come back. I mean, like, you always think, you know, okay, I've let go of this, but you can always let go more. Always. It always comes up. It always comes up. It always comes up. Shit. So that's my message to y'all. And this is me fanning my own flames of I want to go hide and not be on the internet at all. And not let anyone see me. God. Okay. I gotta go eat a protein shake. Fuck my life. End me now. I have to go drink a protein shake because I want to get fat and gain muscle and yeah. And I think that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna go and celebrate yourself. You coming up to realizations of just like it's a really big accomplishment when you just realize like, oh, like I'm like just realizing the pattern of like I am creating destruction in my life. Like I'm doing it. Cuz then that gives you the ability to be like, okay, I surrender to something. And god damn. And you're like, I'm sorry, I'm wording this so badly. But it's a big accomplishment to just realize the pattern and then deciding, like, I am gonna break this. And don't get discouraged when it gets worse, because that's what happens. I think that's called reaction formation. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But shit gets worse sometimes before it gets better. And that means you're on the right path. Sometimes. Seek professional help if you need professional help. I am just a human who's experiencing a lot of things lately. I'm experiencing everything. I've had more experiences in the past fucking month than I have in my entire life. Like, I don't even know what's happening. Oh my god, I'm gonna go drink my drink now. My protein. Drink my protein. Oh, and if you've never had... Oh god, I didn't mean to hit that. If you've never had an MRE cracker, these things fucking slap, bro. These things are great. Okay, anyway, you guys have a nice life and good day, and go get him, Tiger. Fuck, sorry. I'm sorry. Go get him, man. Go fucking get him, bro. Go get him. You got this. Go get him. Alright, bye-bye.